Welcome to myGSPN Live. You're here with your host, Robert Brown.
And Jose Rodriguez. Again, make sure this is brought to you by GardenGrocery.com. So if you have any grocery needs, make sure to follow us online and place an order for any grocery needs that you need.
And following up on a segment we started yesterday, local area pros. We'll, shift from the NBA to the NFL, a very popular sport here in America. And, we'll start with the Popka. They've had, very popular player played for them and is in the NFL. Went to University of Miami, a 350-pound defensive tackle. He's a 7-time Pro Bowler, 2-time first-team All-NFL, and he was inducted in the Hall of Fame in 2013. The one and only Warren Sapp.
Warren Sapp.
This guy was, in my opinion, the Shaq of football. He was one of the most entertaining players to watch. He was Vince Wilfork before Vince Wilfork came and played. He was that big, dominant defensive tackle that could just displace anybody he wanted and cause all type of havoc in the backfield.
It was like Sapping a fool.
Yeah, exactly. We move from Apopka and we go to Evans, another local area team. Actually, Tony McCoy lives in the Claremont area where we're based out of. He's my godfather. I've known him for my entire life. He went to the University of Florida and was first team All SEC while he was playing. Got drafted by the Colts and had a very, very successful career playing for them and for the Arizona Cardinals. Moving on from there, we go to Jones. I've actually played Jones a few times. They beat me once or twice, so I can't say they're my favorite school. But they've had some great talent. A very important person from there is Jay Howard. Went to the University of Florida, where you'll actually see a lot of guys on this list went to University of Florida. He's a defensive end. He's got 122 tackles in his NFL career, spanning over a couple teams. He was a defensive end for the 2009 BCS National Champion Gators.
That says something about
him. Yeah, that team was stacked on the offensive end, on the defensive end. It was one of the best teams Florida's put out on that field. They've had guys like, Tebow was there, Percy Harvins, Chris Leak. That was,
Yeah, so far not doing that good.
Yeah, fantastic team. We move from there and go to Lakeland. Another close area, big time school in the state of Florida, very recognized school. And we start off with the twins, Marquise and Mike Pouncey. Everybody knows about them. They both attended the University of Florida together, both won the national championship in 2009. Marquise Pouncey is a 6-time NFL Pro Bowler.
Wow.
Yeah, and a 2-time first-team All-NFL. His brother was a 2-time All-American at the University of Florida, a 3-time NFL Pro Bowler, and as I said, they both share that 2009 national championship.
Wouldn't it be crazy if you play with your brother in the same team, go to the same university, and your biggest competition is literally your brother?
Yeah, you grow up working against him. You have somebody to always push you to become better.
That's crazy.
And you get to spend your life. You grow up with them. You go to college. You're his roommate. Y'all eat together. Y'all probably have classes together.
These are video game numbers.
Yeah.
These are all video game numbers.
It's 9 Pro Bowls between them. So
that's insane.
There must have been a lot of hard work in the backyard at their house when they were younger.
I think so.
With this same Lakeland school, there's Daryl Roberts, went to Marshall, cornerback in the NFL. Ahmad Black, another member of that 2009 BCS National Championship team and was a first-team All-SEC. And Chris Rainey, who was one of my favorite players to go to Florida. He was electrifying, one of the fastest people you'll see on a football field. He actually won the NCAA 4x1 men's track championship with the University of Florida. And like almost everybody on this list, he won that 2009 BCS National Championship.
Of course I did.
Yeah. Edgewater, who actually was a district team I got to play against, and Wekiva, I think, was in the same district.
Yeah, Wekiva played Edgewater as well.
They've had some very good players. They weren't as big as some of the guys that were in Lakeland. None of them are household names like that. But Carl Joseph, a safety from West Virginia, he was second team All-American in college. So, he might not be that big household name that the Pounceys are, but you go to college and you're an All-American. First, second, third, it doesn't matter. You're one of the best players at your position in the entire country. So, this is, Carl Joseph, that's absolutely amazing. Mike Brewster went to Ohio State, 2-time All Big Ten, absolutely fantastic player. Again, the Big Ten in football, you know, it's like the SEC in football, like the ACC in basketball, is that powerhouse.
Yeah.
You know, and it's, you know,
it's hard to compete with so much talent in that area.
Yeah, especially, like, you know, they got Ohio State, Michigan State, Penn State.
It's like at a certain point back in the NBA, like the East dominated the West. Yeah. And I mean, it wasn't fair.
And it flip-flops. Right now, you know, the West is completely dominating the East. And, you know, Ohio State has had stronger days, but they just won a national championship. Yeah, they did. And, you know, they could win it next year. Ohio State's always going to be a powerhouse, and he was a great player on a great team in a great conference.
And a great organization.
Yeah.
Don't forget that one.
We go on to Dr. Phillips, another rival. Clinton-Dix. You know, a lot of people, this is another household name. Went to Alabama, has won 2 national championships at Alabama back-to-back in 2011 and 2012. You know, he was a member of one of the greatest defenses college football has ever seen.
Yeah, you know, don't forget the all-time second-team NFL.
Yeah. He's second-team All-NFL in 2016. Absolutely fantastic free safety. One of the best free safeties in the NFL. And, you know, coming out of that Nick Saban defense, you know, you expect his defensive players, especially ones that were drafted as high as Clinton-Dix and some of the other guys, you know, to be first, second, third-team All-NFL and to be what they've been in the NFL so far. And now our last player on this list, the single most exciting player on this list. From Olympia, Chris Johnson. He is a video game. He led the league in rushing, set a single-season rushing record, you know, over 2,000 yards from the line of scrimmage, which is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
When you think about...
This guy is a rolling highlight reel.
Oh, he really is. You know, he's a Barry Sanders type player. I'm not, you know, he's not Barry Sanders, but he's that type of electrifying player that can change a team as soon as he touches the ball. As soon as he gets there, he has that type of speed. 3-time Pro Bowler and Offensive Player of the year that he set all of those records.
This guy's insane.
You know, it's a lot of local area guys. You know, this entire list is local area guys.
I don't think you will put up those numbers even if you were playing on Madden.
No. And I've tried. Unless you put it on rookie, you're not getting there.
Beginner mode.
Yeah. And, you know, one thing we always talk about is the local area schools, the Florida's, Miami, Florida State, the state schools, keeping the local area talent. And especially with that 2009 national championship team from the University of Florida. You know, guys from Lakeland, guys from Jones, guys from Evans, guys from all over.
Hall of Famer.
Yeah, they keep that local talent in the local state schools. So, you know, that's what we want.
And that's what we've seen, you know, with Kaiba, Apopka. Over the past years, they've been powerhouses here in the Central Florida area when it comes to football. Maybe not so much Apopka, but Apopka a couple years back, you know, to say they were powerhouses, you know, back-to-back state championships.
Definitely.
Going to districts, going to championships for the state every single year, you know. People get used to that. And like, again, I said that's a culture, you know, that winning culture that these schools have.
It is. Building a winning culture and passing that down through the years.
And generation after generation.
Now, we know, you know, South Florida is known as the powerhouse for football, but as you see, the list of people from Central Florida who have gone on to be very successful NFL players, and, you know, there are a few like the Pounceys and Dix that could possibly be Hall of Famers as well.
Oh, I agree, definitely. And one thing you were mentioning about that stuck with me was that, like you said, all these guys came from locally the same area. And one thing that sticks out to me is that they also come from great high school programs. You know, they had coaches that not only pushed them to work as hard as they should be working, but also reminded them that, you know, that they have something, that they have an opportunity if they work as hard as they work, and, you know, everything paid off, as you see.
You know, hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard.
That's true.
It's cliche, you hear it all the time, but it's true. If these guys didn't put in the work with that talent,
we wouldn't be talking about them right now.
At all.
Probably talking about you or somebody else.
Well, we thank you for tuning in. As always, go to gardengrocer.com and any of your grocery want to be featured on this show, send us in videos or any of your information at videos@myGSPN.com. Also, go to myGSPN.com and sign up for a player-athlete page so we can get all of your information so we can get it on the show. We thank you for tuning in, and hopefully we see you tomorrow with more news and highlights and updates.
All right, thanks for watching again. See you then.